Did you hear that Millie Bobby Brown is pregnant?
What?
Yeah. I saw that about like an hour ago on Snapchat.
There ain't no way. There ain't
So,
no way.
yeah,
I
which
feel
is
like
gonna honestly probably throw a real spanner in the works for season 5 of Stranger Things.
they're still making that show.
Yeah, of course.
I did not know that. Wait, wasn't she like she just got engaged, right? Yeah.
Yeah, to Bon Jovi's son,
Oh my god.
Bob Bon Jovi.
Bob?
No, that's not his name.
John Bon Jovi?
No, his name's not John.
Who are you
His name's
talking about?
Elijah.
Who?
Her fiance is John Bon Jovi's son.
Jake.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're pregnant now.
I think.
You're
Maybe?
okay. She's in a fact. She's not even paying attention to us.
What is she doing?
It's funny because so Mebby just moved. I'm airing Mebby out a little bit. She just moved. And she's actually watching us this episode, I can see.
Can you
We're
fact
still having to wave her down.
can you fact check if Millie Bobby Brown is pregnant? Like I saw on Snapchat?
Also, like, why are you going based off of Snapchat?
Because
If we're
you know
if
when
we're if we're basing our news off of Snapchat, I heard that Sky Jackson got a BBL, so
she might have. Who's to
she
say it's not true?
she easily could have. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not trusting Snapchat news. I don't think it's a
Yeah.
credible source. I'm not going to cite that source.
Yeah, so
Um,
she may not be pregnant, but she's probably going to be pregnant in 2024. Expect an announcement.
from us.
Yeah, we will break the news first.
Welcome to
Welcome back.
Beanbag and oh, you
Wow.
got it. You got it.
We are on the same wavelength tonight. Welcome back everyone to Beanbag Banter. I'm Sally,
I'm Sally.
and we're excited to get started today.
Yay! This is the
Why did I say
first
that?
week. This is the first week that you didn't come for me, and I would just like to
No, I stopped coming for you like
shout
3
out.
weeks ago.
No,
Okay. Um, how was your weekend? How was it?
my week's been pretty good. As I'm sitting here, I actually can't remember a single thing I did this week, but I guess that's a good thing. That means no complaints. What about you?
I did a lot of nothing this weekend. I don't want to spoil my beanbag and banter because we will dive into that. But yeah, did a lot of nothing, which wasn't necessarily bad.
Do you want to start with your beanbag and banter?
Sure thing. Okay. So my banter and my bag kind of like go together because my bag caused my banter in a way. Okay. So I've gotten a lot of rest this weekend, which is good. And I mean like a lot of rest because, and this is my bag, I had knee surgery last week. Some of you might have seen our picture on the Instagram of me in the hospital. And it's feeling much better today. Like today's really like seeing like light at the end of the tunnel kind of. But it was hurting a lot over the weekend. And so because of that I obviously couldn't do like anything. So I was resting a lot, which was really nice because um I don't rest a lot in general. So, yeah. And then my bean is that my birthday's coming up next week,
Woo!
which yeah, I was like my mom and I have something really fun planned, and I was really excited for it until I got my knee surgery and realized like how difficult it is to be doing like everyday things, and now I'm worried that come my birthday I won't be able to do this thing that we've planned.
Are we allowed to talk about what it is?
Yes. So, okay, so my mom and I are planning to go to New York, and we're gonna go to this art cafe where you like order the art experience. So they have like a menu of like watercolor or, you know, painting, pottery painting, or charcoal, like etc. And you like order it, if that makes sense. So it's like a
Happy
restaurant.
medium.
Yes, Happy Medium. We're going to Happy
Oh my
Medium.
God. Producer Lily and I, or no, sorry, manager Lily and I have been there.
Wait, have you really?
Yeah, it's fun.
What did you do the art cafe or did you do something else?
No, we did the art.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we both did watercolor.
I'm gonna do watercolor.
Oh my God, that's everything.
Wait, I'm glad it was like fun. I didn't know you guys had been there.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, but so then we're gonna go do a little shopping, and we have like early dinner reservations at Fogo de Chao. Um,
Fogo de Chao.
I love Fogo de Chao.
So does Mebby.
Fogo de Chao is so good. But
Have
just
you been
because it's
there?
like, yeah,
You
I've
went
been
with
there.
us, right?
I didn't
Did
go
you go
with
with
you.
us?
No.
What?
When did you go to Fogo de Chao without me?
I went
What? When?
in London.
What? Was this Tom's birthday? Was this when Tom brought everyone but like three of us to the Brazilian steakhouse, Fogo de Chao, for his birthday?
I don't think it was for his birthday.
Yeah, no, I do remember that happening. No, I didn't go with you, but yes, I've been on my own without him.
Tom, when you hear this, hey bud, come join us.
He is not listening. But yeah, I am just concerned because I can't really like walk. So like going to a city might not be very doable, but my mom and I are gonna try to make it work. And yeah.
That does sound like a struggle.
But I'm thinking after 4 days I've already made so much progress, like another week and a half, I'll be
You'll
good to
be
go.
great. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's so exciting. Your birthday. Ah.
What about your beanbag banter, Trisha?
Okay, so my bean is we were actually just talking about it. I'm planning on going to Boston to see Mebby during New Year's. So that's something to look forward to just because I mean I haven't really been excited up until now, and now that I'm like gonna buy my train ticket, I'm like, oh my God, yay, trip, you know? So looking forward to that, even though it's a month out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my banter is that I finally cut my hair, and just washing and maintaining has been so much easier. I chopped like 2/3 of my hair off.
Oh wow. And I remember you had like long hair.
Yeah, it was like below the chair. He was like, it was like, I want to say 10 months ish since I've cut it last. So it was definitely like much needed. But my head just feels so much lighter, not as hot all the time. I feel great,
Nice.
Yeah. And my bag is that I don't have a TV show that I'm like fixated on right now. I feel like a bunch of people have given me recommendations for shows, and I just like,
It's just overwhelming.
it's so overwhelming that I haven't been able to just pick one, and like I haven't been excited about a TV show, which is sad.
What have you gotten recommended to you?
I feel like you've recommended a lot to me.
Because I've seen literally everything ever made.
Yes, yes, and also like just people I talk to about having a show. I'm
Do you
like
want one that's like good background noise or one that you're like super invested in the plot?
both.
Because for background noise, I'm going to recommend to you like anything reality TV, like unscripted reality TV, because then there's plot, but it's not as specifically, you have to follow it as you do a scripted reality TV. And so I like for background noise, unscripted reality TV.
I saw this TikTok um yesterday, and it was about Jane the Virgin. Did you watch Jane the Virgin?
No.
Oh, well, they have like this theme music in the show, and so that was the sound of the TikTok, and it was like, oh, to experience the warm feeling of watching Jane the Virgin again for the first time. And Jane the Virgin is probably like one of my top 5 favorite shows ever. So,
Really?
yes.
Wait, that's actually kind of surprising to me. I
Why
feel like
is that?
you're gonna take this in a not the right way. I don't mean anything, but I feel like you like dark and twisty things.
Oh, I do.
Like I feel like you'd be way into something that's like murder mystery plot, like true
I
crime
love
plot.
true crime. I love, 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 love,
So that's why
love
I'm
true
like
crime.
kind of surprised that you're into Jane the Virgin because I feel like it's very like la di da.
It's very lighthearted. It's very like, yeah, yeah. It tugs at your heartstrings a lot, for sure. Yeah. And they like a good variety of shows.
Yeah, there's definitely some shows you like for different moods.
Hmm. So I want like a Jane the Virgin type mood.
Have you seen Gilmore Girls?
I have not, and that's
That
one of the shows that I'm like, ugh.
that one is
Like
like so lighthearted and fun.
I know, but I feel like I've gone 22 years of my life not watching it, and I've been so fine when people talk about it, and I'm like, okay, cool.
But like
I don't feel left out. Like I don't feel like
so
I'm missing
even
out
when
on.
people talk about Team Jess versus Team Dean versus Team Logan, like you don't feel left out when you can't dive in on that.
I'm like Team Trisha. I'm Team Joe all the way.
Right. Okay. Why did you drop out of Yale? Oh my god, best line in the show. Um, so while I've been like literally sitting doing nothing, I was at first watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy, and then I remembered my BFF Mike's Mike released his appropriately unhinged recap of Gossip Girl season 3, which I hadn't. He's a YouTuber. I had known he released it, but I was kind of putting off watching it because I didn't enjoy his recaps of season 1 and 2 as much as I thought I would. Like I was kind of disappointed by them. But the season 3 one was so good. I was reminded by how much I love Mike's Mike. So then I went back and like yesterday and today I rewatched his appropriately unhinged recaps of Pretty Little Liars parts 1, 2, and 3. And those are just so good. Like truly some of the best videos ever made.
So you said he was a YouTuber, or what did you say he was
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, he's on
Okay.
YouTube. But he does these long form videos, so they're like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, where he's like deep diving into the plot of these TV shows. So he's done Pretty Little Liars, he's done Glee, he's done seasons 1 through 3 of Gossip Girl, he's done Lost. I didn't watch the Lost ones just because I haven't seen Lost. So it doesn't like it's not the same as watching him recap something I've seen, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if any listener out there has watched any of those shows that I mentioned, you need to watch Mike's videos because they are phenomenal.
I like those videos of people where they do deep dives, but they also um expose like the plot holes and
Yeah.
and or explain like how things are connected. Have you seen like those videos of people that come up with these conspiracy theories for Disney? Like, what movie was it? I mean, like Frozen, Elsa, and or no, what's the girl from Tangled? Rapunzel, and
Flynn.
Flynn
Oh,
were
yeah,
in
they're like at the,
Frozen.
the wedding. No.
Yeah.
Was it a wedding or was it the Love
Like
is
when
an
they open the
open? No.
gates, when they open the gates and they let her free or
What's
whatever
that
it was.
song?
Let it go.
No. The song Never see it anymore. It's not Love is an Open Door.
I'm not
Oh my
familiar
god,
with
this is gonna bother
the
me. What's the
Frozen
song?
soundtrack.
What is the
Wait,
song? Maybe.
Debbie, I admire the fact that you really think like you have it on the tip of your tongue, like you're
No, because
thinking about.
because I know the tune. I have the Frozen soundtrack on vinyl
What?
because it's everything, Trisha.
Speaking of vinyl, I just got a record player because
Ooh.
I've really been into jazz, or I'm like getting into jazz a little bit more.
Okay, smooth operator.
No, yeah. Actually, one of my top songs is this one particular jazz song that I used to play all the time on repeat while I was taking exams at my apartment. Evans by Bladverk Band. I'm pretty sure is what it's called. Let me actually fact check that before I say some
For
random
the
shit.
first time in forever. For the first time in
Man,
forever.
forever. Wait, that's not
Oh,
from Frozen.
yeah, for the first time in forever.
Wait, are you for real?
Yeah,
Evans by the Bladverk Band. It's a great jazz song. Okay, we're gonna get copyrighted.
that song. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, back to
So
your jazz.
as what I was saying, I think those videos are so cool. Maybe we do an episode like deep diving into like the relationships between, because I also heard that the turtle, what's the turtle from Little Mermaid? No, not Little Mermaid. Oh my
Um,
God. No, from
Squirt.
Finding Nemo. Yes. What am I saying? Where's Squirt from? Finding
Finding
Nemo.
Nemo. He squirts the
Yeah.
little one. What's the big one?
Okay. Squirt's father was
Is
in Moana, or like this. No, the baby turtle was in. I don't know. There's a lot of um.
Easter eggs. Crossover.
Yes. Yes.
Easter egg
Yes.
crossovers.
Oh my God, we should do an episode on that. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't know any of those.
Oh, I'll send you the
Well,
link to the video.
I knew the Rapunzel Frozen one, but no, like Mike's videos, he goes into the plot holes, like especially Pretty Little Liars, because that show had so many like red herrings. So he'll like introduce this plot line, and then he was like, "But what does this mean?" You never find out because that's what happens so often in this show, and it is so funny. It's so funny. I cannot recommend those videos more.
Damn, I gotta go look at this.
If you want like something good that you're like invested in, like these videos, I promise you, they're everything. Like they're so good.
Mike from Mike's Mike, when you're listening to this,
No, Mike will be getting a follow by the Beanbag Banter Pod Instagram immediately
pl-
after finishing recording this.
please. A follow and a DM, perhaps.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
I don't know if do you know who Dylan Minnette is? Please tell me.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw the new Skims campaign that came out. Shout out Kim.
Um,
Skims
I'll look at.
boyfriend. So it's
Hello?
yeah, so it must be I didn't like look into the campaign that much, but I'm guessing that it is like Skims men's
Mm-hmm.
like men's line. But they have Dylan Minnette and his girlfriend like modeling the new Skims boyfriend campaign.
Oh,
And it is
wow.
and I keep seeing all these memes on Twitter because obviously he was Clay Jensen in 13 Reasons Why. So they keep like posting photos of Clay Jensen. They're like, never would have thought I'd see him in a Skims campaign.
I never really see the one with him, but I see the one with Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes a lot.
For Skims?
Yes.
Because they were in the were they in the Christmas one or the one before that?
He was the Christmas one.
Speaking of Brittany Mahomes, I was thinking about this last night because I was like, either we have, as a society, have been so wrong about her, or Taylor Swift is a really good actress. Because why does she seem so chummy with Brittany? You know?
Because, like, you have to be.
I know, but I'm wondering if, like, maybe Brittany is actually, like, an okay person and, like, we as a society have just been wrong. Or, like, Taylor is such a good actress that she, like, you you think they're best friends, even if Taylor's like, this girl's crazy.
Well, for the viewers that don't know what you're talking about, what should have people talked about Brittany Mahomes? Like, what did people say about her?
So, okay, so Brittany Mahomes and Patrick Mahomes have been together since they were both in high school. Now they're married and they have at least
Two
one baby.
children.
They have
Two.
2 children. And I feel
Maybe
like
a third or a third on the way.
I feel like Brittany was really one of the first like NFL social media wags that really came up with like TikTok. I don't know if she was on TikTok as much as she was on Instagram, but she was kind of all over Instagram. Like people really liked her. But then I think it got a little bit too much for people where people were like, wait, she's like kind of everywhere and like doing everything and like it's a little much. And then people didn't like her as much. Kind of similar. What it was similar to the Jackson Mahomes thing, but now that has taken on a world of its own, obviously.
He is so funny.
I don't think you want to say that.
Jackson Mahomes as a character, I think he's just like one of those memes that I truly think will never get old. Like him and Hasbullah. I love Hasbullah. Hasbullah, when you hear this, please, please, please,
Please,
please, please. We will send you a lifetime supply of Coke Zero. Like, please.
I think Hasbullah can get his own.
No, I have to entice him somehow.
I would just like
I'll
to
take
make
you
it
to
clear.
SeaWorld. Fuck SeaWorld, but I'll take you.
I would like to make it clear. We on Beanbag Banter do not condone any of Jackson Mahomes' actions, and we are not Team Jackson.
Oh, we are so not Team Jackson. He's just
Okay, just think we should make that clear.
Oh yes.
No, okay, but yeah. So I thought, like, people like really did not like Britney as much. Kind of like one of those things happened to Noah Centineo too on the internet. Like people love them, and then all of a sudden hate them, kind of thing. But so I'm thinking maybe we were all wrong about Britney, basically.
I think time will tell. I don't think Taylor's gonna be all buddy with her once her and Travis break up.
Now this might sound naive, but I really don't think Taylor and Travis are breaking up.
I no shade. I really don't see Taylor Swift ever getting married.
So why do they have to break up just because they're not getting married?
That's so true. They don't have to. I don't know. Travis seems like a traditional family man.
Did you you probably didn't see this, but on an episode of New Heights, I think it was last week's episode, Machine Gun Kelly calls up Travis and he's like, "You got to come home to Cleveland, man."
No, I've not seen that.
Yeah, so that happened and it was awesome. That was like everything to me because I love Machine Gun Kelly.
Did you see the meme that Ryan Reynolds posted?
Yes.
That was funny. I laughed for that one.
What I liked even better is about like the day before he did that, I saw someone tweet the photo of Taylor and Blake at Renaissance and say it's only a matter of time until Ryan Reynolds posts this with his face and Travis's face photoshopped on.
No way.
Yeah, I swear to God.
No
I saw that.
way. That's crazy.
Yeah. Can we talk about Ryan Reynolds doing literally everything?
What do you mean?
He's got a football team. He's got a Formula 1 team. He's an actor. He owns a cellular company. Yeah.
Boost Mobile?
No, he has Cricket.
Who's Boost Mobile?
I don't know.
What were we waving her down for before?
Frozen.
Frozen. Never mind. Can you look up who owns Boost Mobile?
No, he is Cricket Mobile. No, Ryan has Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile.
He has Mint Mobile.
No wonder why no one's heard of it. Who the hell uses Mint Mobile?
I don't know. He should buy 18. Dish Wireless has Boost. Yeah, you were so wrong. But at least I got there. Who owns Cricket Mobile?
Do, 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 do. T owns Cricket.
That is so sus. That's so sus. That
That's
has to be violating an antitrust law. That cannot be legal.
please
They won't let Microsoft own Activision, but AT&T can own Cricket Mobile. Free the crickets.
free. Hashtag free the crickets. You heard it here first. We are Team Cricket.
I think maybe when I'm older, I'll go to Cricket Wireless.
You think so?
No, I mean, I'll never leave AT&T. I'm actually an extremely loyal customer.
Really? Because we switched from AT&T to T-Mobile.
I will say T-Mobile, their branding is really good. Like, they know where to get their sponsorship out to. They're the main sponsor of Bayern Munich, the football team.
Also the main sponsor of this podcast. Shout out to T-Mobile for
And you know what? If you want
you.
4 lines and get the 5th line free, use code BeanbagBanterPod at checkout.
Wait, that was everything. That was
Thanks.
really good. Wait.
When I was in high school, senior year of high school, when Kian Lawley and JC Kalen were doing Kian and JC's Reality House, I was seated every episode of Reality House, and they said, oh, and David Dobrik also used to do this. Of course, I forgot. I used to know the line that SeatGeek used for their YouTuber collabs.
SeatGeek makes
it possible to buy tickets in literally the easiest way possible.
Easiest way possible.
See, SeatGeek allows you to buy tickets in literally the easiest way possible. Use code KNJ at checkout for 20% off your first purchase.
Wait, hello? That was good.
But now switch it to Beanbag Banter for one. SeatGeek, you can sponsor us because we already have our lines down. If you want to buy tickets in literally the easiest way possible, use code Beanbag Banter at checkout for 20% off your first purchase.
SeatGeek, BetterHelp, HelloFresh,
Pros,
anybody, a T-Mobile, Cricket. We'd love to sponsor you. Hello? Or no, we'd love for you to sponsor us.
We would
Hello?
love to offer you the opportunity to sponsor us.
That being said, let's talk about some insulin. Am I the asshole?
Oh, I was like, where is this going?
Am I the asshole for injecting insulin in public?
Oh my god, this is just like when I went to my Gales and I saw that worker inject his insulin like in the middle of the coffee shop.
That's what I was thinking about when I read this.
Do you think this is him? This is him writing in?
Honestly, maybe. He just like changed a few details so we don't know that it's him. Do you know his name? Do you remember?
No, I never learned his name.
Oh my god, do you remember what he looks like? Can you come up with a name for him?
Okay, so he was definitely British, so it probably could have been like a James or a Harry, or what's another like really British man's name?
Was he 33 or not 33? Sorry, 23. Did he look 23?
He looked 23 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But I guess he could have been 21.
It's not important.
For reference, everyone, when we were studying abroad in London, I used to go to this one coffee shop every single day, and it was kind of far away, so like none of my friends ever went there. But there was always this one worker. Except for when I dragged you there. I dragged you there kicking and screaming.
You didn't drag us. We happily came.
But anyways, there was always this one barista that worked there. I would see him like literally multiple times a week. I even would see him there when he wasn't working. But then one of the last times I was ever there, I saw him like literally take his shirt off in the middle of the coffee shop and redo his insulin pump. Which, like, no shade, but just was very strange to see. So that's why I was like, oh my god.
That's not really something I expect to see when I'm drinking my coffee. I mean,
like,
do your thing, but
I would have thought he could go to the bathroom, but maybe he couldn't. You know, who am I to judge?
Exactly. So, well, you're going to judge right now because you're going to decide if this person's the asshole. So, 23 male, by the way. My insulin pump recently failed, and while waiting for a replacement, I had to switch back to finger sticks and injecting insulin manually. I was recently at Cracker Barrel, which I think this is the first thing we're gonna judge you for.
Wait,
Because
Cracker
who
Barrel's
the fuck?
good. What do you mean?
I've never been, I've never heard of a Cracker Barrel, I've never, like, seen that,
Trisha.
no, that's what I'm like.
No, Cracker Barrel's amazing. They have a whole like country store that you shop in while you're waiting for your table? Yeah.
What's the difference between Cracker Barrel and, like, Golden Corral?
Um, Cracker Barrel has way more of a like grandma just cooked this for you feel.
Do you frequently visit the Cracker Barrel?
I've only been to Cracker Barrel once, and it was truly one of the best like days of my life.
Oh my god, you should go for your birthday.
I don't think there's any Cracker Barrels near where I live.
For your birthday, you should fly out to.
Here's why I went to Cracker Barrel. I was in middle school for Girl Scouts, we would go to Camporee. So like you'd go to camp for the weekend with the Girl Scout troop, and this was like an hour and a half away. And I think the group of like the car I was driving with, like my friend's mom, took us to Cracker Barrel on the way up to camp. It was awesome.
That's everything.
Okay, sorry. Please continue your story.
Wait, should we have our next meet and greet at a Cracker Barrel?
No, yeah.
That was really on brand for us.
Cracker Barrel is so good. They have like biscuits and like other food.
Biscuits and other food. Honestly, sign me up.
Sorry, I really love biscuits.
Biscuits are great.
I bet that's what made this man's insulin go haywire.
Oh my god, okay. I was recently at Cracker Barrel and checked my blood sugar and began injecting insulin when an older lady from a nearby table told me it was disgusting for me to be doing that at the table and that I should be in the bathroom to finish. The actual injection part is very brief and consists of screwing a 5 millimeter needle into a pen, lifting my shirt slightly to access my stomach, sticking the needle in, and pushing a button. I told her to mind her own business and that if it was uncomfortable, she should consider not watching me inject the medication that literally allows me to eat. She said she was going to ask her waiter to speak to a manager, and I completed the injection before she even returned to her seat. She did not end up speaking to a manager, as far as I know. I'm guessing that the fact that I already finished before she had a chance to kind of render it mute. Am I the asshole?
No. First of all, like, she needs to mind her own business. But also, could they really not have gone to the bathroom?
I get it, but say if roles are reversed, what if she's breastfeeding in public? Like, that's also socially frowned upon, but a child eating.
Not supposed to be.
You know?
You know what this is reminding me of? One time I was at dinner with my family, and then this, like, group of guys came and sat at the table next to us, and then this one guy was wearing a tank top, and he took out a sticky deodorant and started, like, putting deodorant on at the table.
Okay, I feel like I've done that.
Why would you do that?
Not at the table, but, like, public places, like, sometimes at work, like, no one's looking. I'm like, okay, I'll just put some deodorant on.
No, like, that's different. I don't know. I just feel like...
I feel like for instances where people, like, insulin, it's really quick. I don't know. I'm very much like, okay, if you're doing your thing, like, just
No,
do
yeah,
it.
like,
you know,
do your thing. You gotta do what you gotta do. And like I said, this woman, like, she needs to mind her own business, for real. But also...
But then at the same time, like, I get it.
I feel like maybe on my end, like, if I had to inject insulin into my body, is there a reason I would not go to the bathroom to do that? You know, do you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of it from my perspective.
I get it. I personally would want my privacy when doing either one of those things. So, like, I get it.
But also, it's also, you know, if we're going back to comparing it to breastfeeding, like, there are people who get genuinely, like, woozy at the sight of needles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but, like, you don't need to look. I mean, I've seen people do their their insulin injection and stuff, and it's so small that you barely even see it. Like you can look away for 2 seconds, or it's a stranger. You don't have to like watch them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like really it's this other woman because why does she care so much? She doesn't, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't affect her life.
She's literally an old lady. Like, why isn't she doing this too? I'm sure she is.
Actually, why isn't she have diabetes too?
I'm sure she does. So you heard it here first. The old lady is the asshole.
Yeah.
Is this podcast boring you, Sally?
No, I haven't been sleeping well, so I'm just tired like all the time.
I thought you've been getting a lot of rest.
Yes, rest as in like sitting and doing nothing, but not necessarily like sleeping.
Have you picked up any fun hobbies? Like, I know you're doing like a cross stitch or a.
Yeah, so I've been doing cross stitching, which has been so fun because it's like I like things where there are like rules, but you're making something if that make does that make sense? Like
Yeah,
I'm
like
not always the
Legos.
most like creative free thinking wise. Like I can't always like come up with something on my own. So I have like a pattern I follow, which I think you're gonna like the one I'm working on now. I can't wait to show it to you guys when I'm done.
Oh my god.
And then I did Legos, which the Legos really occupied me for like most of the day yesterday and today, which was awesome.
That's everything. We love Legos here.
Um, I've been getting really, really good at Fortnite.
Oh my god.
I got two wins today.
That's everything.
What's kind of a bummer though is the new season started yesterday, which means my levels reset to 0, my ranking reset to bronze 1, the map reset, so like a totally new map, totally new like items in the game. So it's just like a bummer to like relearn it all. But whatever.
It gives you something to do.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I keep thinking that specifically like Mason and Ashna would love the new Fortnite map because one of the one of the locations was renamed to so it was Rocky Reels, but it was renamed to Ruined Reels. So it's like a whole like Greek Roman ruins
Wait,
location.
that's sick.
Yeah, no, the new map is pretty good. So I keep thinking of them whenever I see it.
I don't think either one of them plays Fortnite, but this is
No,
also a
Ashna
great
said she
test.
wants to.
She did?
Yeah,
I
but you
know
do
she's a
too.
Minecraft girly. I would love to.
So
I'm
why don't
awful
you?
at it. No,
You
I'm awful at it,
you
and I
need to
have not
start
played
somewhere.
since. No, I truly haven't even played since it probably came out. But I would love to like join this experience with you.
It's so fun.
I'm a Mario Kart girl though, so if we could figure out a way to play that together, I think
I
that would
have
be
Mario
great.
Kart on my Switch.
I
Wanna
have Mario
play?
Kart on my Switch
Can you
too.
play that like with people like via internet?
I don't know. Video game nerds, listen, when you hear this, let us know if we can play together.
The new Mario game, Mario Wonder. My friend told me it was pretty good.
I'm interested.
I haven't played it and I haven't really like looked at it much because I'm not sure that's a financial investment that I can make at this moment in time, but maybe one day.
Yo, why are games so expensive? Not even just like
So
video games, but
expensive.
like board games
Mhm.
and
I was at Target in
well,
the board game section, like I think Ticket to Ride was like $50.
hello.
Yeah.
I actually really liked that game. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that.
It's a good game. I've been playing with my mom a lot while I've been healing.
Oh, that's
Um
everything.
no, but yeah, most like most of the really like well-known Switch games are like $60. So like Pokemon was $60, Mario was $60, Legend of Zelda is $60, which is like a crazy amount of money for a game. Animal Crossing is $60, and I do own all of them.
Please.
No, I'm kidding. I don't own Zelda.
Oh my
Fortnite's
god.
free though. Fortnite is free.
Oh, thank God. They knew what they were doing with that.
There's like the free games that are out there are honestly so good, like Fortnite, Valorant, Overwatch. Like those companies are onto something with the free games.
I sometimes I get these videos of these games that are like the games where you have to like organize, like what is it, like a little to the right or something? Have you seen that?
Unpacking?
Like unpacking or like restocking the fridge or the one I'm talking about in particular, a little to the right, I think is what it's called.
No, I haven't seen that, but I
I
know unpacking, so I can like imagine.
Yeah, I think you'd really like it. It's one of those like idle, mindless games that you kind of just play while you're not
Is it
like.
free?
I
Do
play it
they have a
online
version
for
of that for my
free.
phone?
They might. I play it like at work sometimes on like online. I think they might have an app though. They very well
A
could
little
have
to
an
the
app.
left?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm like looking it up right now as we speak. A little to the left is a cozy puzzle game that has you sort, stack, and organize household items into pleasing arrangements, while you keep an eye out for a mischievous cat with an inclination for chaos. That's
And it's like,
everything.
and it's like like it's one of like those calming games because it's organizing, but it's also something you would like because there's a certain way that it has to be done. Like there's rules that you have to follow. So it
It
still keeps you
is
stimulated.
it is on Nintendo Switch.
I think you should do it. I really
And
think you'd
they
like that
apparently
game.
also have expansion packs. A little to the
I
left, cupboards and drawers.
I really think you'd enjoy this game.
Um, yeah, I think I'm actually after we finish this podcast, I'm gonna look it up and play around a couple rounds on my computer and then go to bed.
Oh my God, that's
I'm
everything.
really,
Please let us know.
Trisha, I'm so excited.
Yes! Oh my God. I am such a games kid, but I'm not like a video games kid. I'm like I do have games on my phone and on my iPad. I will be the iPad baby.
Oh, I'm like a video games kid. Like you should have seen my my sister and I have probably spent mom, dad, I hope you're not listening. At this point, probably like $500 on The Sims.
Okay, that checks out.
But that's
I feel
over the
like
course of like 10 years. Let's make that
that's
clear.
okay. $500
We
for the
have
Sims franchise.
we had I think 12 expansion packs for Sims 3. Then we got Sims 4 and we have all but one expansion pack for Sims 4 and we have most of the game packs and stuff packs. And a couple of the kits.
See, I can't even justify paying 99 cents for Candy Crush to give me another life, let alone $500 for expansion
That's like
packs in The
ballpark. I don't know
Sims.
if that's true.
Okay, more than the 99 cents. That is nuts.
But what we do is we always get the stuff on sale. So we like every like couple months they do 50% off. So we'll buy like everything we don't have at half price.
Just hit myself in the face with the That actually blows my mind. I feel like
Yeah.
Ashna was also telling me that she'd spent like it was definitely like $2 or something, but like she had spent money on her solitaire game. And I don't know why I can't justify that in my head. I'm like, the game is free. You're downloading the game for free, but you're gonna pay
I
extra.
I will say on like apps like that where it's like pay 99 cents for an extra life or something like that, it's a slippery slope because it's like, oh, $1 here and there, and next thing you know, you've spent like $10, which is $10 a lot more than $1.
Exactly.
It's a
Exactly. It's
slippery
so
slope.
hard to stop. 'Cause once you get started, it's like, okay, why spend the $1 on one life when you can spend $8 and get 10 lives, and then it just
Yeah. It's kind of like gambling.
yes. Speaking of which, we should go to Vegas. Oh my God.
I want to go to Vegas.
Let's go. Oh my God, what an episode that would be.
I want to go for the like when they have Formula 1 in Vegas. I feel like you don't buy the ticket to like go to the race. I feel like even if you're just like booked in a hotel on the strip, for that weekend, you're still getting like most of the experience. Like that's what I want to do.
So it's actually so funny because my dad was in Vegas and left the
Oh.
Friday it started.
Oh my God.
And I was like, why would you leave? You were right there. And it wound up working out because the first day they sent everybody home after what was it, 10 minutes? When there was something
Sort
on the
of.
track.
Yeah, they said everyone the first practice lasted for 10 minutes and then they were like waiting to start practice 2, delayed practice 2 and then ended up sending people home because they like legally couldn't have them stay past a certain time. My uncle and cousin were there for the race. Like the whole weekend and they had said they had a good time. Their hotel was like looking out over the track, which I think was really nice for them.
I think F1 Vegas weekend is a lot different than a traditional Vegas weekend, and I think we need a
Probably.
traditional Vegas weekend.
I think we should do both.
I think that's actually a better idea as well. Yeah.
Perfect. Glad we
Yeah.
made the compromise.
Yes, for sure. If there are any sugar daddies that are listening and would like to sponsor,
This trip. Charlotte Claire, when you're listening and you want us to be your +2 for next year, we're available.
1000%. What's his girlfriend's name?
Alex.
You said my name wrong.
Charlotte and Carlos. When you inevitably break up with your girlfriends and need guests, we're here.
I second that.
Did you see I feel like you're F1 adjacent sometimes, so you might have seen this, but the American driver on the grid, he got his contract re-signed, so he's like on the grid for another year.
Did he really? I did
Yeah.
not see that.
Yeah. Logue Sarge, when you listen to this, we're very proud of you. God bless America.
I have no comment. Oh my god. Have you seen Jacob Elordi make statements about
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
No, you continue.
I was gonna say he's making statements about how he doesn't want to be associated with like Kissing Booth, like he hated it, blah blah blah. He's pulling like a Robert Pattinson. What are your thoughts on that?
I would like to echo what my sister Brooke Averick has said on her podcast, Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast. She talked about this a couple weeks ago, and she was kind of saying, and it's like similar to Robert, but like also sooner, I think, than Robert did it to Twilight. But she's like, why are you dissing something that like put you on the map?
Exactly.
Like it's a little bit like, and she was also commenting on the fact that like the movies are obviously targeted towards like teenage girls, and even if it's like objectively like not the best movie ever made, like there are people that still like it and enjoy it and like it's like a comfort movie for them maybe, and you're literally saying it's like stupid and dumb. Like why are you saying that to people that would like look up to you because of that? Like it's just not a good PR move on his part, to be honest.
No, that was very silly of him.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I will say his filmography in general is phenomenal because even if The Kissing Booth isn't as like highbrow as other movies he's done, it was still like a massive movie. You know what I mean? Like it was at least when the first one came out.
How many were there? 3?
3. Yeah, and like I remember when the first one came out, it was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So like he was in that. He was in Priscilla, Saltburn, Euphoria. Like he is booked and busy. He will get his due one day. Like I can almost guarantee we will see him at the Oscars this year. Not nominated. He's probably presenting, but in a couple of years he will be nominated probably.
He's like just getting started. Kissing Booth came out what, like, the first one?
5 or 6. Were we in high school or college when the first one came out?
I have no idea.
But also, that man can do accents like nobody's business. Because
he can do anything like nobody's business.
He is Australian. He can do American. He can do an Elvis accent, which is like kind of its own thing. And he can do an amazing British accent.
Man, who can do it all, really?
You know what I thought was really funny? And when I was watching Saltburn, this was like all I could think about. You know, in Euphoria and in Kissing Booth, but like more recently Euphoria, Nate Jacobs' voice is so deep.
Mm-hmm.
His voice when he's doing like a British accent is like way higher pitched. Not like way higher pitched, but like higher pitched, which I just thought was very interesting.
I don't think I can picture him with like a high pitched voice, but then again, I haven't seen Saltburn yet.
It's not
So
high pitched, but it's just like
higher.
It's not
because
appropriate.
Thanks, Siri.
because it's just nowhere near as deep as him doing an American accent.
Hmm.
Speaking of Euphoria, did you know Sydney Sweeney was in a season 7 episode of Pretty Little Liars?
I did not.
I learned that from Mike's Mike.
Did you know that Sydney Sweeney is one of Forbes 30 under 30 for Hollywood and entertainment?
Really?
Yes, she is.
Is it most famous, most influential? Like, what's the criteria to make the list?
I want to say most influential, but I think just people who've gotten the bigger breaks, I guess.
I feel like she had Euphoria and White Lotus were like all coming out at the same time. And then she kind of fell off. Like, where'd she go?
She was on, oh my God, she was on something after that.
She's doing the movie with Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
But I feel like that kind of did her dirty PR wise because everyone's like, their whole dynamic is very strange.
Why do you say that?
Well, because there's the whole like, they look like they're dating, but also they are both engaged to other people, but they also might not be, but they're kind of pretending for PR purposes that they're with each other. So it's just very strange.
Isn't he like fully married?
No, yeah, and that's the thing. They're
Oh,
both
okay.
engaged to other people, but like I think the purposes of like PR for the movie was for them to seem like they were together.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously they're playing love interest in the movie. The whole thing is just extremely strange, and I think it actually did not work in her favor. And now people are really like not looking forward to the movie.
She was also in The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I never watched that.
Neither did I, but I remember seeing somewhere else that she was in something else pretty big.
That might be a show that you like.
That's not like my feel-good, lighthearted show.
No, but it's your dark and
unfortunately.
twisty.
Oh. See, like, that's not what I'm looking for.
Heard, I understand.
It's okay, it'll go on the list.
Okay. Well, Sydney, if you're listening, we definitely have some ideas how you can better your PR, and we'd love to chat with you about it. And we're really excited to see what you do next.
Have your people get in contact with our people.
For sure.
For sure. We'll make something happen.
Yeah. And I think on that note, this was
Cheers.
Beanbag Banter, the podcast. Thank you for listening. Please rate us 5 stars. Follow us on Spotify and Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Beanbag Banter Pod. Yeah, anything to add, Trisha?
Be well. That's it.